Hey, what's going on, you guys? It is your girl, Pretty Sexy Jar of the brand, aka Stunner the Sexy. And this morning, we are doing a sit down interview with Miss Tamika Turner, who is the executive producer of Industry Girls Season 1, which is coming to Tronics on April 19th. And you can sign up today for just a monthly subscription for $4.99 and be subscribed and get ready to tune in to the action. Um, So this interview is just going to be a little bit to get to know about Miss Tamika and her experience as being an executive producer on Industry Girls Season 1 and working with Tronics, and to find out a little bit more about Miss Tamika herself and how she got involved within the industry. So you guys, just sit back, relax, grab you some coffee, grab you some breakfast, and we're going to wait for Miss Tamika to join us. I'm going to send her the invitation. Okay, so the invitation has just been sent. Um, Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining. Okay, and here is our guest, Miss Tamika. Good morning. Thank you for joining. I'd like to accept.
Hello.
Good morning, Miss
Good
Tamika.
morning.
How are you, beautiful?
I'm great. How are you?
Look, I can tell it's been a long night. She got a drink in her hand. She's like, it's been a long night.
You know what? I'm in Panama City with the kids,
It's
so
still been a it's
it's
still
been a
been a
long
long
night with
night.
them.
Yes, I
Yeah,
was
they
gonna
turned up.
say. Well, Tamika, thank you for sitting down and doing this interview with me this morning.
Mhm.
Um, I want to first, let everyone get to know who you are and
Okay, let me have a seat.
give them a little introduction to who Miss Tamika is.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm Tamika Turner. I am born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia. I am the Atlanta entrepreneur queen. That's what I've been calling myself for years. So I do real estate investment,
Okay.
Airbnb. I also do home health care. So I'm a consultant, business consultant for that. Um, Also, what else I do? I have wrote a book, planning on writing more books. Yes. I am an accountant, tax preparer. So I've been doing that for over 13 years. So, if
Miss
you need help in finances, getting your credit together, I do all of that.
Miss Tamika, it sounds like you really get into the money.
Oh yeah, yeah, CEO over here, entrepreneurship.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. So, Miss Tamika, by you being part of Industry Girls and working with Tronics, I want to know what inspired
hmm
your journey into entertainment and being part of production.
Okay, so I've always been into entertainment years ago. I used to do music, probably over like 15 years ago. So I am 40, by the way. So yeah, I
Look, I told the girls yesterday, I'm tired of every time I talk to somebody from the cast or from the show, they tell me age, and I'm like, wait a minute, y'all don't look like y'all have kids and that y'all are that.
Oh
But
yeah,
this,
my oldest is 24. I just had a grandbaby last year. You know, they be trying to dog me out, call me grandma, but it's cool. I'm
uh,
fine, grandma. By the way, but
you
that's
glamour,
key.
you
Grandma,
glamour. Cause I
they better
told,
hope they look like this.
cause I'm gonna tell
Some
you
of them
something.
already look like this.
I'm gonna tell you something. I told my mama the other day when my niece and nephews have like their kids and stuff, they not gonna call me great auntie. They gonna call me auntie because I'm a young
Yeah,
auntie. I'm young enough to be y'all auntie, but not old enough to be their auntie.
exactly. Yeah,
So I definitely get it.
yeah.
So by
So
you
yeah, so
being
I used to do music back in the day. I also was, doing movies. So I always been in entertainment business. Then, I disappeared from the scene, and
okay,
I got into my business, got my money up. You get what I'm saying? And I wanted to do that. I wanted to focus on that, and then coming back into entertainment, it's like okay, it's different, but as a 40-year-old woman, I'm more respected versus when I started, and seeing other young ladies out here, trying to get it, they grinding, they hustling. I wanted to be a part of that because, I was coming up, didn't have that support team. It's just you yourself.
hmm
So I was like, okay, I like the support team, the woman empowerment, different business bosses, and how can we come together? You know what I'm saying? And how can I invest and be a part of this?
And I think that is very important and very key, especially in today's time and in climate, because
Hmm.
so much is happening in entertainment is making such a shift and
Yes.
moving from mainstream media to like where everybody now is just focusing solely on streaming services and oh they gonna go here and watch and tune in. So to
Mhm.
see the journey and how you just have kind of reeled it into back into entertainment and even making the shifts with the changes that are happening shows that you're very dedicated to it being
Oh
part of
yeah, and
entertainment.
I'm always like that person, like with producing, even with my business,
Hmm.
producing, delegating. So that's something that I know how to do. I know how to put things together. Business, whatever it is, that's something that I love to do. And like I said, it's a force when all the girls are together anyway versus one they out on their own. When they all come together it's powerful.
Thank you. And
Yeah,
this, I think, when a lot of people also tune in, I hope when they tune in and download Tronics, that when they watch Industry Girls, they actually see that. Because since I've been
yeah,
talking to different people from the cast, one thing I have heard a lot of people say, and even from behind the scenes, is that the best experience most of the ladies had was when they met the life coach and how that experience has now
hmm,
like transformed them and helped them grow and they can see themselves in a different light.
yeah.
So, my next question to you is what inspired you to create Industry Girls or be
Okay,
a
so
part of the team?
I am not the creator of Industry Girls. I'm the executive producer.
Exactly.
So the creator is Jay Moore and Boston Cheese.
Okay.
How I met Jay Moore, just out nightlife, and I met her through my cousin. And she was like, "Hey, you're beautiful," and we connected on business, and she's a beautiful young lady too, and we
Yeah.
connected on that. And she told me about this reality show that she wanted to do. Of course, I'm like, okay, I'm in entertainment. I got other people that want to do reality, and we clicked in, and I just believed in the vision. And
Yeah.
it's just how that happened. We just all came together.
Okay. And so, well, the reason when I was putting the questions together and I was like, oh, executive producer, when I heard the word executive producer, I also thought like it was your show as well. I mean,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, so I am a part of the show, executive producer. It is my show. Executive
mhm.
producer is, you're investing in that. And
Oh,
so we
yeah.
collect them coins.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's how
got
to
you.
collect. So let's see how it goes. Let's get to season 2, season 3, season 4. Yes.
And just keep the momentum
And keep
building.
it going. Yeah.
Okay. So my next question to you, Miss Tamika, is what gap did you see in the reality TV space that you wanted to fill?
Um, I'm not gonna really say a gap that I wanted to fill. I
Okay.
just want to say just be a part of it, just to show my world.
Okay.
What I do to show the girls' world, how they are coming together. Not really to, fill a gap, but just show the world something new. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that. Yeah, show them something new, something different. It's been a lot of the same reality shows for over 20, 15 years. Now,
Yes.
it's time to see some new faces.
Cause when I heard it was 25 ladies in the house, I was like, that's a lot of girls. That's a lot of different personalities to get to know, but also an experience for people to actually see that women can come together, live in a household, and build and strive for their dreams and achieve their goals and
Oh yeah, of
aspirations.
course, of course it come with, a little drama, but I mean, that's every day. It don't matter what you doing in life.
Right. I
Life
was gonna
just
say
comes
we could be
with
walking out, I was
that.
gonna say we could be walking out the door and guess what? Next thing you know,
Yeah,
it's just drama. So okay.
yeah. So it's cool. As long as you
Uh,
know how to work through your differences.
Speak, because that's a fact.
hmm
So, what message did you want viewers to take from the show when they tune in this season?
Just a bunch of girls out here getting it in Atlanta, like doing their thing. I just feel like the women today and girls of today is like completely different. Like they just on their shit, unapologetic. So I just want them to see that. Just us out here getting it and trying to make it. I'm doing an interview right there.
Look, look,
I
look,
don't know. Ask Mika. I put it. That's where I put it.
look. Mama Duty never ends. It's always
That's my
24/7.
sister. We out here in Panama City. That should be it. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Let me do this. I have no clue. I put it should be somewhere over there. Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah,
I
that's why I
came
was like, let me do
outside.
this early. Yeah.
Okay. So, um, what were you looking for when
You
y'all were
didn't give
cast?
me a lighter. Damn.
So, what were you looking for when y'all were casting the ladies to be part of the show?
Just like genuine, authentic talent.
Oh,
That's what we was looking for. Girls with personality. Girls who just on they grown woman shit.
oh,
They boss shit. So that's what we were looking for.
okay. Because
Somebody who was hungry, passionate, confident.
yes, because also too, since did my interview yesterday with Blanco,
Mhm.
I seen that
Oh no.
from her and a lot of the other ladies I met, there are a lot of big personalities, and they all do seem to have like a different story, but I feel like a different story everybody can relate to when they do tune in and do watch the show
Yes,
and do see it. And just to hear that y'all were looking for the authenticness, and I really feel like a lot of the girls have it. So
they do.
hearing this was one of the main key components. I think is going to show a lot of people. This is why you should join for season 2. Sign up for season 2 and also subscribe for
Exactly.
season 1. Okay. So, in your own words, Miss Tamika, what qualities make someone an industry girl?
Um, just being yourself, being out here in the entertainment world, just knowing how to move out here in your
Yes.
city, wherever you from, knowing how to get it how you live by any means necessary.
Oh,
That's just what I say. Just doing your
okay.
thing out here.
I like that. Also, Miss Tamika, now this question is not on my sheet, but what is your zodiac sign, if you don't
I'm a
mind me?
Cancer.
I'm a Scorpio,
Okay, you feisty.
and baby, I might be feisty, but I tell people all the time, counselors know everything. You think they don't know, but they know everything. Oh, especially about their friends.
Hold on.
Uh,
I don't know. All I did was put it out and put it somewhere over there. I don't know. Put it where? I don't know. That may be it. I just put it right there. This is not it. This was sitting out here when well, I don't know. I don't know. See if you put it in your bag. It's not in my bag. And then I'm on this thing. So here, you can look in here.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Miss Tamika, what has been one of the biggest challenges producing the show or behind the scenes?
I want to say just the biggest challenges is people getting along, knowing how to communicate, knowing how to people understanding each other because I feel like people got different perspectives of how they
Hmm.
see things, and
Hmm.
that's one of the biggest things. Learning how to deal with different people personalities. and situations.
Because I was going to say, it seems like there are going to be a lot of strong personalities coming
Yes,
into this first season, and it seems like it's going to be like, can they mentally handle themselves as
yeah,
they are in these situations and living amongst a new group of people? Because I've even heard some of the girls say, they haven't been around other ladies or lived around other women, so this
yeah.
is like their first time actually having to
Having
put
that
themselves,
experience,
yeah,
yeah,
in
with
that
dealing with
situation.
females, a lot of them at one time. At that,
Which I told some ladies, I know it can be drama filled because, like you said, different backgrounds, different understandings, and then
yes.
just coming into a situation where you're not really sure, is this person gonna be my friend, or are they gonna really work with me, or like what's gonna happen or be the outcome. So I can definitely
But
understand
what? Everything is not about friends. I'm more interested in partners, business partners,
businesses.
connecting. I don't really I don't care about all that friendship shit.
Yeah,
I've been in this world for a long time, and friendship, none of that really matters. At the
yeah,
end of the day, it's about respect and loyalty. And that's all I care about. Just respect me when you see me. You can say whatever you want to, but when we see each other, just let's have a respect for one another. That's it.
yeah. And which is understandable because, especially in this day and time, sometimes the internet, I tell people all the time, the internet and social media will make a very small thing into something very big if there is
Yeah,
not any communication or proper handling of the
yeah.
situation. So I can definitely understand and respect you on this, Miss Tamika. So
Hmm.
my next question to you is, what has been one of your most proudest moments so far since everything has wrapped and finished and the girls are now out, doing press and
Picking
making
up
sure.
the network picking up the reality show. Like that's been one of the most proudest because you get into this and you don't like see the vision. Like some people don't see the vision. They didn't know like, hey, we could get on the network. Like that
Hmm.
was the goal, but to actually see like, it happened. You
Yes.
know, I I'm loving it. So I'm enjoying it. The interviews, the podcast that I'm going on, talking about the show, talking about the girls, and all the obstacles that we face. So we're getting prepared for what's about to happen.
I keep telling all the ladies, and I even told Miss Morthy, I was like, this show is really gonna be big. I said because
Hmm.
the what Tronics does is that I've noticed in this streaming platform, they take shows and they really show people the authenticness and the grind and the hustle that really comes with
Yeah.
wanting to be in any type of business or entertainment. So for them to even
Hmm.
pick up the industry girls, I think it's also going to make their network trajectory even more because
It will. I seen the vision when it was presented to me, so it's something that is amazing. Like I said, and we're not trying to, because a lot of people compare us to the baddies, but
mhm,
we're different. You see, that's more fighting. We're more like out here. The girls are out here grinding. They're in the studio. Um,
they're
they
really
just out here
focused.
networking. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's some drama, but there's a bigger picture behind it.
And what I'm hearing from you, Miss Mink, is like their goal is not to focus on people knowing them for their physical, but more so
No,
what they
it's
can do
what they
talent
can do, their
wise.
talent. Yes, this is not about the drama that y'all see. Like it's some drama behind it, but that's not the main focus at all.
And I also told Miss Moore, it's like even for me just looking at the trailer, it does not seem like that was the introduction or idea of the show. It kind of seemed like, from me looking at the trailer, it was about a bunch of women coming together in the
Mhm.
household, really just trying to achieve one goal,
Yeah,
one dream.
exactly. And we also trying to work out our differences in between. So, there's a lot of people that got stuff to say, but they don't really know. And I feel like if you don't really know what's up, then don't even say nothing because I'm not going to speak on anything that I don't know about. And, that's how you keep the bullshit and the drama, you
Okay.
know.
And
But
which
it's a lot of people that like attention. And, I'm not an attention seeking person.
okay. Which is why I also kind of created this safe space for everybody to be able
Hmm.
to like come to and share their experience and give their side because I never want
Yeah.
I'm a person, I don't never like really a lot of chaos, a lot of miscommunication. I
Yeah.
really rather everybody be able to talk together, work things out,
Exactly.
and at the end of the day, let's get to the
Let's get to the
eat
like
to
this
them
why we
honey.
started this. This reality TV. Like what the fuck?
But I also tell people to, sometimes the person who you sit down and talk to before a camera comes on is not always the same person
It's
when the
not. When
camera
I say
comes on.
people whole demeanor, personality change when the camera come on, it's crazy.
And I've even
But
learned
I'm
this.
always the same person. I would never change who I am, whether the camera on or off. You get what I'm saying? I'm always Tamika Turner. That's authentically. That's who you gonna get every time. The same person.
And that's what people like to see. Like I tell people all the time, when people watch reality TV, especially nowadays, and now that it's been advanced so much, people can
Hmm.
see when someone's lying, when they're not really being real, when they're not
Hmm.
being truthful. So I think when people watch this season and watch the show,
Yeah.
they're gonna be able to figure out like who is who really giving up what, and who really just selling it because the cameras are on.
Yeah. With all the bullshit. Yeah.
Okay, so Miss Tamika, my next question to you is: how do you balance business, creativity, and leadership with all your many hats that you are wearing?
Well, I'm very systematic. Everything that I do is systematic. And a lot of people ask me like, how do you do this, do that? With taxes, that's systematic. I've been doing it for years, and
Okay,
thank God for AI now. So, like I said, a lot of stuff is systematic in that. So that just works out in itself. Airbnb, same thing. I have a lady that she come in, she clean. I don't have to be there. Airbnb is systematic. They pay the money to come in, the cleaner clean, and they get the code to get in. With consulting, it's just the same thing. And then with my free time, this is what I do. I have a lot of free time. I like to say I'm semi-retired. I don't have a 9 to 5, so it's like I have a lot of free time. This is just things that I just like to do. Like
but
I
that's
want to live my life. I'm at an age where I just want to live my life. Y'all leave me alone.
but
I'm doing what I want to do.
that's very understandable, Miss Tamika, because like you
Yeah.
said, whenever there's a system and things can just automatically just fall into place, it kind of does take off the extra weight of stress. You can be, like you said, free and not have to worry about, oh, I ain't got to go in the office today, because guess what? The money coming, everything already is in place and straight.
Yeah, everything in place. Real estate, all of that. Rent coming in and it comes out. And hey, that's where we at.
Okay. So, Miss Tamika, what advice would you give women trying to break into entertainment?
Oh man, you gotta have tough skin out here, man. You run into a lot of different people, a lot of different personalities. So you just gotta know how to work the room, you know how to read the room, just know how to network as well.
But
So that's that's how I feel. You
no,
coming into
no.
this industry. Expect the unexpected. This is dog eat dog world. It will chew you up and spit you out.
So I'm gonna say it's so true, because from experiences I've even had of trying to like be part of an ensemble,
Hmm.
under a cast, it's sometimes it does become very difficult because,
It
like I
do.
said, the people who you talk to off camera are not sometimes people that when the
Hmm.
camera come on, and then sometimes people be creating their own narratives and their own storylines before the show starts
Oh
to
my God.
unfold.
They
So,
really do.
so I
Their
can
own storylines.
so I can understand, because I've been in the situation myself.
Hmm.
Okay, so Miss Tamika, how important is collaboration versus competition in this industry? Because you just mentioned, like, yes, it can
Well, how they
become
say
very vicious.
there's no competition. How do they say that? There's no compete, there's no comparison. However they
Yes,
say that.
yeah, no, you said it
So
right.
okay, I said it right. Okay, okay. So I don't look at nothing as a competition. I
Okay.
just think about me, myself, make myself better for my kids. I think about legacy. That's my main focus. People can think about themselves, their legacy, and
Hmm.
knowing like, when you do collaborate, that brings more for you. The more people, and that's how I've done in my business. I've been successful with collaborations.
Right.
And so you have to just know how to collaborate and work with people, even with people that you don't even like. I have made money with people that I'm like, ugh, I don't like that person.
N-
I had staff where I'm like, ugh. That style get on my nerve. But get what? They go to work every day. They clock in, clock out,
And get
and
what?
that's it. That's all.
So I was
So
gonna say, yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And it
Just focus on yourself and what you do.
And I was just gonna say, it sounds like you do a lot of self-reflecting, a lot of inner work, which sometimes a lot of people don't do. They more so like to just point, blame. And it's because it's easier to say, well, I don't like this place because of this person. But when you just solely focus on yourself and not the entity or the building or wherever, you
Yes,
do make the path to go forward and just be like, I'm gonna be
yes.
straight, I'm gonna be good.
Yeah, think of
Okay.
the bigger picture. I try not to think about negativity a lot when I'm going into things. I try to be positive. Even when there's a negative outcome, there's
Mm-hmm.
always been something that, okay, this is why that was supposed to happen. So I'm always looking at the bigger picture. And I have grew. So I ain't never, I'm a ex crash out. So I ain't never always been like this, but I've been through so much in life.
Let me say
You get what
something.
I'm saying? I really been an adult since I was 11 on some real shit. So I have seen so much. Like, I don't look like what I've been through. Like
I
I'm
was
from the
finna say.
real Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? From Pittsburgh, and those who know Pittsburgh community out here, Mosley Park, Four Seasons, all of that, we have been through shit. So it took me years to get like this, and I'm not trying to, go back down to that path. So I try to remain calm in situations, but don't let this fool you.
Miss Tamika, most counselors that I know or have ever been friends with, I tell people when y'all get mad, the anger is different because it's like quiet, but you know you're in danger.
Right? It's like, what the fuck did we get real quiet and just be looking? So I be telling people, don't let that silence fool you.
Because I be like, they gon' and you're gonna be like, wait, what happened? You're gonna be cut off, and they ain't gonna understand what happened, why you got cut off.
Because they so
Because
used to us being calm and like,
kind and
yeah. And then
uh,
when we change a little bit, it's like, what the fuck was that?
But I tell people, you want to know if a counselor really rock with you, if they really love you, if you can call them at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and
hmm
they pick up the phone and talk to you or be like, okay, I'm gonna come get you. They love you
They love, yes.
with all
Yes.
their heart. So I
Yeah,
can
and we
definitely
always
see.
thinking about other people before ourselves too. That's my probably one of my biggest downfalls. Like I'm always thinking about other folks and
No, it's the
oh
blessing. It's the blessing of being a water sign. Because like I told you, I'm a Scorpio. I feel
yeah,
like we all have really big hearts, and we use them to the capacity that we know we would love
hmm
people. And I was gonna tell you, back to what you said. When you said every negative thought can be a positive thought, Diana Ross said something similar to that, saying that
hmm
when you get involved in situations, you create the narrative in your mind. Yes, you're gonna
hmm
have the negative and yes, you're gonna have the
yeah,
positive. It's about which one do you feed into more, which is gonna turn out the
exactly.
outcome. So I definitely agree that if you believe in positive and put out positive, positive things are gonna happen.
It comes back to you,
Yes,
and not
man.
all the time necessarily, but like I said, you just got to learn how to deal with your situation and understand why you're going through them and just work through it.
True. Because I tell you,
Yeah.
life is a battle. Anyway,
Yeah.
you gotta be
Yeah.
ready for the test.
Yo, of
so,
course.
so, Miss Tamika, does success now look like what you thought it would versus it when you first started the show and getting into the business?
This business, which business? Because I got several.
What into the entertainment,
The
into the
industry.
mm-hmm.
Yes. It's yeah, because like I said, I've been through it before, so it's everything that I thought
Okay,
it would be, and like I said, I prepared myself for that.
okay,
I did. So I mean, I'm gonna say yes. It's everything that I
okay,
thought it would be.
okay. So, Mr. Mika, what can fans expect next from you in the show? Um, and I'm also going to ask you a little bit about Nobody's Left Behind as
Okay.
well.
What they can expect? I'm looking forward to more seasons, bringing more girls in who want to showcase their talents. Like that's what I believe in. Like the world's just seeing new faces and authentic people women out here. Maybe we could get to men one day, but just go to different cities.
Yes, because
Yes,
I
that's
noticed
what I look forward to doing more of.
Because I noticed there's been an influctuation now of more female hip hop artists,
It is.
and I feel like there's not really a space for them created for them to like hone in. So for y'all to come together and even create industry girls and say, look here, we're gonna give y'all a real platform where we're not gonna focus on the BS and the drama. We're gonna focus on who y'all are, tell y'all
Yeah.
stories, but make sure y'all get to the industry in the way y'all would like. I
Exactly.
like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Uh,
That is
Okay,
the goal.
okay. So do you have any upcoming projects or announcements that you would like to share?
Well, I am just was asked to become a part of a play, so I always wanted to do that. So that's something that I'm about to do. Oh, also check out my movie, Him and Her. That's on Tubi. I was the main character on that
Oh,
movie.
okay.
So yes, I was. I was.
Oh,
So I need
let
y'all
me tell you
to
something.
look that up, Him and Her.
Okay. I'm gonna
And
watch
I'm the
it after this
executive producer
interview.
on that one too.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
definitely going to watch up after this interview then. Oh, I'm definitely going to go watch.
Yeah, so
So,
look forward to that. More movies. Also I do promotion. I want to get into more like big production shows like Las Vegas. So we just did a show at Cover with all the Queens of Men. So we at Cover every Wednesday. So I'm just looking to do more of that, like big shows, bring experiences to Atlanta because the club scene is dying and we need entertainment, you know.
okay, wait, I was going to say, yes, I seen the cover for the men from all the Queens men because, baby, I like the chocolate one. Because
They all like the chocolate.
because he fine, baby,
He is.
he just sell it. But what I was going to say was, Miss Tamika, I think with industry girls and everything that's building and you getting into all these different avenues and just growing more and more into the business side of all of these things,
Mhm.
I think that you are going in the right direction because it sounds like you said, you're focused. You ain't worried about the BS. You just about,
I don't
can I,
even care about
let me
all
get
of
to the
that.
bag. Let me just get to my
Yeah, let me
bag.
get to the bed. Some people focus is different from, others. Mine will always be about how can we make money together? Fuck all the dumb shit.
And
I don't care about none of that.
And I'm kind of shocked to hear you say that the Atlanta club scene is dying because when I came to Georgia a few years ago, or to Atlanta a few years ago, baby, I was like, wait a minute, do the people ever sleep? Is there ever really a clock to stop? And I was like in College Park. Now, no, I did not know anything about College Park. I got dropped off up over there, and I was like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
baby, what's going on? But I
Yeah.
was like, do the
And,
people
and
ever
what I'm
sleep?
saying is like people are still outside. So people are still outside, right? But then you
Mm-hmm.
have this other demographics like that's not used to the section, the bottles, the all of that. And they want to come back outside too, but they need entertainment, So people are still outside, but you got different demographics that, like different things.
Okay.
Yeah, but this club is not what it used to be when I was going out. I'm gonna say that people used to stand up and dance and have a good time, and now everybody's just you know on the couch standing and
I'd be like they be robots. I'd be like everybody trying to see what the next person got on, who's taking pictures of
hmm
what, and it's like going to
yeah,
the club was supposed to be a movie and a night out for you just to really let your hair down, unwind, relax,
yeah,
and just have a good time.
yeah, and
Okay,
that's what we're trying to do. Have a good time. And y'all security out here in Atlanta, y'all need to check y'all stuff like for real. Y'all be doing too much. Damn,
I guess I understand. I guess I understand when I get
they
to
be doing too much.
experience. So, Miss Tamika, when I was going over on your page, I see that you are the president of Nobody's Left Behind. And I see
Yes.
you ladies have been with the industry girls and are all in a
hmm
team. Also,
Well, yeah.
I want to know, how did you come up with Nobody's Left Behind? And when did you start off Nobody's Left Behind?
Okay. So one thing about me, Tamika is always the behind the scenes person, and so I'm always put in positions of leadership, right? Because
Okay.
hey,
Council's
I
good
do
with money.
leadership.
Council's
Yeah,
are good with money.
exactly. And we just know the marketing is a lot of stuff that comes behind that. So the creator is Lala.
Okay.
Lala is the creator of No Baddie Stuff Behind. She is the CEO of that brand. So I'm the president of that. And she has like, you got your president, your vice president, your chair, your treasurers, treasure
Yes.
person. You have your secretary person. We have a PR person. We have a booking person. So is everybody have their position. So my position is the president of that. And so it's just, my position is to, we're coming up with ideas, different
Okay.
things, goals to come up with for the girls, for our movement.
Okay.
And so that's just pretty much what that is. We outside, we grinding. The girls are doing their music. They're always booking at shows, and they doing their thing out here.
Okay. So, since you have been part of Nobody's Left Behind,
Hmm.
have you seen the impact grow over
Yes,
time? Okay.
yes. Now it have grew over time because now we're treating it like a business. We just not out here. So I don't want people to think like, hey, with these girls are out here wilding. That's not what we're doing. Now we're having fun
Mm-hmm.
while we're doing what we love.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like I said, it's a lot of women that's coming together and they all do different things. They all got different businesses. Everybody is a boss. You
Okay.
got people that do 9 to 5s. And so we're coming together collectively and seeing how we could collaborate, how we could work together, how we could put money in the pot together. And so, that's pretty much what that's about. We just out here in Atlanta coming up, doing our thing. So, no bad stuff behind. We trying to take over different cities, and Lala has different cities that she's have the brand out there
Oh,
as well.
okay. So, Miss Tamika, I'm not gonna hold you up much more longer because I know you done had a long night and turning up with the girls. So, my next
Oh,
question to
I'm
you.
good. I could do this for a long time. This is what I do. Don't try to rush me off.
Oh no! Oh, oh no! I was not. No, I'm sorry, sorry to rush you out. I was going to ask. So,
No.
how can the people support you and stay in contact with you? Like, if they want to do taxes, get
Hmm.
into entertainment, maybe become business partners, or be an
Yes.
investment.
So if you want to do taxes, I do trainings every October. You work under my company. I teach you the business, teach you marketing, teach you how to get your clients,
Okay.
and just everything about working on the system under my company. So we do that in October. You can follow me at Miss Tamika Turner. That's MsTomikaTurner, or you can Google me, Miss Tamika Turner. It's gonna come up. Um, yeah, with great things. And like I said, I'm here. That's all you got to do is type that name in. My stuff will pop up some way somehow.
Okay.
We doing more movies. T Miles, I appreciate him for that opportunity. And we look forward to doing more sequels for him and her. That's another thing. Like I said, I'm getting into. Um, Promotion. If you need me for promotion, you want to book the girls for Nobody's Left Behind. We always look when we come outside and we come to your venue and we turn up. Just know it's a movie when we come out. So book Nobody's Left Behind.
Thank
We
you.
outside and we look forward to booking in more cities too. So y'all bring us out in more cities. Let us turn your people up. That's what we do.
I
And
definitely.
and what I and our girls, like a lot of girls do music too. So they got some fine music. Check that out too.
I was gonna suggest Louisiana, Alabama.
Mhm.
I would definitely say come to Jackson because I live in Jackson, Mississippi, and
Okay.
we have like the Forest Lounge, M Bar, a club called
Mhm.
Freelance. You
Ooh.
know, a lot of different places where people don't understand. My city is small, but if the
Uh-huh.
opportunity is presented correctly, I know it could grow, and especially if the right people come in and work with the right people and get
Yeah, my
connected.
daddy from Mississippi. All my family out there in Mississippi. Yep.
Come,
He is. Yo, we used to go out there. Oh my God, in the summertime with them big ass bugs, the trailer park. But you know what? The best thing I remember about going to Mississippi when we went out them damn biscuits from scratch. They used to make them in a bucket from
I
scratch.
want you. I
Oh
want
my
you.
God.
I want you to know, Miss Tamika, I know how to make biscuits from scratch because my mama
You
taught me
do?
how. Yes, because my
Okay.
mama taught me how to make biscuits from scratch. And baby, flour, milk, butter. You get the stirring, get the eggs, the crackers. Before you know it, your house just be smelling like heaven.
Man.
So, Miss Tamika, So since you've been in the world of entertainment and you are now moving into the world of acting, how has
Hmm.
that experience been for you transitioning?
Man, I love it. I love that even more. I love being on the set. And then remembering your lines, like, and you see yourself, and a lot of people they looked at it's like you actually did good, and I was shocked my damn self. So, but I love everything about it, the long
Okay.
hours, and just becoming a part of your character, like you becoming that person.
I was just gonna ask you, did you feel like you related to your
Yes.
character in the movie? And I'm not since I
I
haven't
started
watched it
having
yet.
dreams about it. Like I was doing it so much, and you have to remember, I started having dreams
Okay.
about the movie and me like saying my lines over and over again. So yeah, you definitely got to become the person who you are when you're acting.
Okay. Now, since I haven't seen the movie just yet, it, is she a villain or is she
Mm-mm.
okay?
So she is a wife,
Okay.
husband out there cheating and stuff, and she's just playing him in his own game. Like, okay, you want to cheat? I got something for you. So that was say you got to see it, got plot twists and everything, and you gonna be shocked and surprised. Him and
'Cause
her out on Tubi. See, this is what y'all supposed to do. When y'all are doing y'all interviews, don't
mhm.
use y'all 15 minutes talking about other folks and negative. Look, use y'all time to talk about y'all and what y'all got going on. Each one teach one.
You know what? See, well, I can say this. You are a little bit more reserved than Miss
Yeah.
Blanco was yesterday because Miss Blanco came in here and she was very much so ta 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 ta. I was like, ma'am,
But that man Blanco, shout out to her. I love her. I can't. she
I
Everybody is in their own way, but I'm just, you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
telling you, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
because they gonna see it. Y'all download Tron. It's 4.99. You gonna get to see all the drama. You gonna get to see all that. You know what I'm saying? But
Obviously,
right now, this is about me.
yes,
So I'm
it's
gonna
about,
use mine wisely.
and this is why. That's why I said I love her personality, and y'all
Yeah.
can see like everybody has a very strong personality as a part of this cast and this show, and I can tell
Hmm.
that from just the people who I've met and I've talked to, and it's like if the personality is this strong, I know inside this house working, it has probably been very layering, but boom,
It
work the
is.
creative.
It is, and then that's what they are supposed to do. That's their
Hmm.
personality. Their cast. Everybody got their own position. You
Hmm.
get what I'm saying? So my position is why I have my position. I'm a little bit reserved. I'm a little bit more different. But you, like I
Yes.
said, you will see me in some bullshit that I'll be like, how did I get myself in this bullshit? Like this is crazy. But
And I
sometimes people just bring the bullshit, to you because hey, I don't know if it's for clout. I don't know what the fuck it's for, but whatever.
I was gonna say, just due to the age of, I just like I tell everybody, we live in the age of media, and everything is turned. If it's negative, it's good, and if it's
It
positive, it's
is.
bad. And if it's positive, it's bad. And like I've told some of the other ladies, sometimes in media you have to put out the negative to see the trajectory turn for the
You
good, because that's
do.
the only way people are gonna really pay
They
attention and
understand.
refocus.
So true, man. That's true, and the negativity grab people attention. Where they like, oh my god, I want to see like what happened.
And then it's like, if it lives up to the hype, they're invested. And then they just
Mhm.
wanted to continue with, I tell people, when you get in the world of entertainment, one moment cannot always be your defining moment. So don't let
It can't.
people try to get you caught in that one moment and let you
Mm-hmm.
stay stuck there. Don't do that. Just move
Oh,
past it and show
exactly.
people you can change. So,
I want to
Miss,
give the people pleasure to even like, look, this interview is about me, so ain't nothing coming off my lips but Tamika Turner. That's it.
Miss Tamika, how has the internet or social media changed for you over the years with being business and networking?
You said, how have it changed me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think people may, on the outside looking in, may feel like it has changed me because they see you, they see a different look, they see you moving a different way.
Hmm.
I don't feel like it's changed me. I feel like I'm more free. Like I feel like I have more freedom. I'm having fun. I'm living my life. I don't really see a big change. You know, like I say, people may see change. My family be like, oh, you know, people say she a superstar, you're a celebrity, you this and that. Like, I'm just Tamika. I'm just out here being who I always been.
Then
So if you know me from way back, you know that this is me. You get what I'm saying? Ain't nothing changed. Just
change.
another day, another scene. That's it.
And I think people, like I said, I think people, that's what people respect, because most times, like when you meet people, who they authentically are, 9 times out of 10, is who they probably have always been out of their life.
This
And
is
if
how I've always been. Some people like she's so extra. She didn't know I've been like this since I was born.
I tell people, that's why I try to tell people, you never listen to another person's experience or interaction with a
Mm-mm.
person. You get to know that person for yourself, and
For
you
yourself.
see
Yep.
who they are. And guess what? Hey, if they turn out to be good, you always say, well, I'm glad I didn't listen to you. I'm glad I didn't hear what you said and run with it.
Yeah. Yep. And you got, like I say, you learn how to deal with people. I just have learned how to deal with people's personality. Okay, I know now. Don't say this or move this way or do this. You know, you have to learn how to deal with the people that you know that you're gonna be around.
And which is true, because like you said, baby, I done sometimes did business and been like, oh, baby, I know outside of this, we couldn't talk for real. We couldn't be. I'm like,
Right. Exactly.
so
Yeah.
you, like you said, you understand over the course of time and just doing
Hmm.
business. So, Miss Tamika, before we close out this interview, I have one final question. What are words of encouragement that you would like to share with someone that is looking to get into entertainment or become a reality star?
Just before you get into this, know that this is reality TV. What I
Mhm.
noticed, like when we first started, a lot of people was like, "Well, I don't want this on camera. I don't want this," and it's like, so why did you sign up? This is reality TV. Understand what you're getting into before you get into it, because once you get into it, you cannot take anything back. So you can't say, "Hey, I want to be getting reality TV. I want to do this," but you know, you're not being authentic.
Mhm.
That's what reality TV is about. You can't show this and, oh, we'll take this out. But no, just it is what it is. So be prepared to be your true self. When you're getting out here, and if you want to do reality TV, just understanding the business, everything behind it. That's what I would say. Educate yourself first. Before you do anything. 15 minutes before you do anything.
Okay. I will say, which is true. I tell everyone, before you get into a field, always study it, because guess what? You never
Hmm.
know what can happen once you get in that field. Anything can
Yes,
change, anything can switch up, and it's better you be prepared for what happens than not ready at all. So,
exactly.
so I do agree with that. Well, Miss Tamika, first I just want to thank you publicly for doing the interview and sitting down with
You're
me
welcome.
and taking out the time to talk about your position with Industry Girls, being
Yeah.
part of Nobody's Left Behind, just letting people know about the
Mm-hmm.
entertainment. Also making sure y'all go check out her movie on
Yeah, man.
Tubi,
Yeah.
His and Hers, baby, because I'm going to go watch it after this interview. Miss
And let me
Tamika,
know what you think about it too.
but let me tell you something. I'm finna make a whole TikTok. I'm gonna be recording. I'm gonna make sure I tag you to it so you can see.
I
Miss
love
Tamika,
it.
I'm on here. You see me, but
I
Miss
see.
Tamika, I
And we
thank
appreciate
you
the
so much.
support too. Like,
Of course,
you be doing so much other stuff with your time. So girl, I can't even do it. Girl. Like I'm
I know.
holding.
Look, I know you holding the phone, but I got you. I got you.
Yes, we
I got.
really appreciate the support. You being authentic and letting everyone like just share their story and like their perspective of how they feel about industry girls. But whatever it is, all good. Download it on Tronics, $4.99 a month, and tune
Thank you.
in. You know.
Thank you. And Miss Tamika, I'm going to upload this video up on
Hmm.
YouTube. I'm going to send you clips and tag you to them. So you will
Okay.
have them today
Okay.
or later on this evening. And I just want
Okay.
to say I thank you again, and I appreciate you
Oh, no
so much
problem.
for coming in. And love, baby.
All
When
right.
you
Peace.
look, don't have
I'm,
you another cocktail on me.
I am. I'm in
Thank
Panama and living it up, enjoying life. All
thank you.
right.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Oh, phone from the phone.